Aia Vitality. Your health is every choice you make. We are part of a global wellness program with over 1.65 million members in AIA across Asia. And in Singapore, we have more than 100,000 members on AIA Vitality. Members live healthier by knowing their health through online health assessments and screenings. They improve their health by logging exercises and enjoying the rewards to keep them going. And indeed, members are making improvements in their health. Even the vitality age gap has narrowed to less than a year. Best of all, you earn points for every activity. The higher your status, the greater the rewards, including up to 15% off insurance premium on selected AIA plans. To keep you going, there is the weekly fitness challenge, with personalized targets to help pace and improve your fitness. When you complete the challenge, you get a spin on the Vitality Wheel to earn Vitality Coins, which you can use at the marketplace. That's not all. You also earn AIA Vitality Points for completing these activities. And very soon, you'll be on your way to Platinum status. And we sweeten the deal further with many exciting partner benefits that you can enjoy. With AIA Vitality, nothing gets better than a healthier you. So get onto AIA Vitality today, because your health is every choice you make.
Hello once again to everyone. Welcome back to AIA Health and Wellness Live, powered by AIA Vitality. It has been an absolutely power-packed day of programs. It's almost over, but don't leave us just yet. Before we end off, let's go on a tour at cold storage with Miss Fiona Chia, Principal Nutritionist and founder of Health Can Be Fun. Fiona's principles on nutrition while living in a fast-paced city like Singapore is going back to the basics, while maintaining a key focus on cooking. Today, she is going to give us a couple of tips on what to look out for during label reading when selecting ingredients to cook healthier meals. Let's go!
Hello everyone, welcome to AIA Health and Wellness Live, powered by AIA Vitality. My name is Fiona, founder and principal nutritionist of Health Can Be Fun, where we bring you fun and innovative programs to lead a healthier lifestyle. So today, we are at cold storage at Fusionopolis to gather our ingredients for our demonstration later on. There are two recipes that I'll be sharing with you, creamy zucchini pasta and dark chocolate protein ball. Hey, these are my favorite recipes because they are fresh, nutritious and yet very yummy. So let's get shopping. When you first enter the supermarket, what do you usually see? Okay? You usually see most of its fresh and perishable items around the perimeters of the supermarket. So if we hang out mostly at this area, we're more likely to have a healthier diet. So to make our creamy zucchini pasta, the first stop we are here at is the avocados. So how do you know whether you're picking the right avocado for you? Okay, so to ensure that the pit is still intact so that you will not prevent air to enter in to cause oxidization. So avocados are an excellent source of potassium as well as monounsaturated fatty acids. So do you know that even avocados have higher amount of potassium as compared to bananas? Next, we are here at our jams and spread section to pick up our peanut butter. So some of us who have made our peanut butter before, we realize that peanut butter is actually not that processed because it should only contain peanut and oil. So if sometimes we are busy and we want something convenient, how do we know what to look out for when we choose our peanut butter? So our peanut butter should not contain excessive amount of sugar and salt. So pick one that says unsalted or no sugar added. Or else look at the labels to find out what actually is in the peanut butter themselves. So this one here only contains peanuts. Another myth that I like to share is that peanut butter actually do not contain any amount of cholesterol. It's actually a good source of protein, biotin, iron, folate and vitamin B. So if you want to include a lot of these nutrients into your diet, you can actually use it as a cream base or as a dessert. Next, we're going to pick up our ingredients for our dark chocolate protein ball recipe. So first up, dark chocolate. So usually desserts contain high amounts of sugar and fat. So choosing a higher percentage of cocoa will help to decrease the amount of sugar and fat in our recipe. Okay, so dark chocolate do contain high amounts of antioxidants such as polyphenols and flavonoids. They actually contain more antioxidants than berries. So other than antioxidants, they do contain high amounts of iron and fiber. However, there are other forms of chocolate that are also high in fat and sugar, so we might want to be watchful of lecithin, sugar, flavorings, and trans fat. In Singapore, most of our local favorites do contain high amounts of coconut milk. Okay, so another tip to share to cook a healthier dish is to choose coconut milk that is lower in saturated fat. So choose lower fat option. Okay, so coconut milk actually do not contain any amount of cholesterol. However, its saturated fat can lead to an increased amount of cholesterol. Next, we're going to pick up almonds. Okay, so are all nuts the same? So my favorite is actually almonds because of its high fiber and high antioxidants vitamin E. So if you're going to choose your almonds as a snack, okay, you might want to choose roasted and baked items because they are not added with any amount of sugar and salt. The basis of healthy cooking is to pick the right oil to cook. So I will pick olive oil because of its high poly and monounsaturated fatty acids. It is essential fat for our body's health, heart health, and brain health. Now we're at the checkout, purchasing all the food items that we have got for our recipes today. Not only does it benefit our health, it also benefits our wallet too. Okay, at Cold Storage, Aia Vitality allows you to earn 20% cashback on all healthy food items. Now that we got all our ingredients, so let's go back to start cooking. Let's go! Now that we're back from cold storage, we're ready to cook our first dish, zucchini cream pasta. It is a low-carb alternative to regular pasta dish. It is also high in monounsaturated fatty acids and potassium. Okay. So these are our ingredients. We have zucchini noodles called zoodles, tomatoes, avocado, spring onion, coriander and garlic, lemon juice, olive oil, coconut milk, cheese, black pepper and salt. Okay, so let's start with making the avocado sauce. So the cream sauce, the main ingredient is actually the avocados. So I've already cut them up into pieces so that it's easy to scoop it up. So the recipe that you need, the type of avocado that you need for this recipe is actually ripe avocados. So if the avocado is not ripe enough, you might want to wait out. So how I usually buy my avocados is that I usually choose the avocado depending on what I'm going to make. So like for example, today if I'm going to make something that I'm going to cook it straight away, I will choose the most ripe ones first. Okay? And if you have, like for example, you're going to buy a big bunch of avocados and you're going to keep them for a long time, then you can actually prepare and make them other recipes. So later I'm going to show you another recipe that you can use a ripe avocado. So avocados are excellent for heart health because of its monounsaturated fatty acids. Most of the time that you can actually use avocado to help lower cholesterol level because cholesterol levels are actually affected by the total amount of saturated fat. So monounsaturated is actually an essential fat that our body needs for our brain health, heart health. Okay. So I'm going to add the other ingredients in, which is garlic. So my basis of healthier cooking is to make sure that we always have different kinds of herbs and spices in our cooking so that even however ingredients that you use, these are natural flavors that you can derive from fresh ingredients like that. Okay. So here we're adding the coriander, spring onion and garlic. Okay, so for me to blend, we need some liquids. So like lemon juice, olive oil, okay, and coconut milk. So if you are looking for something creamy and you don't really want to use dairy products or fresh cream to make a pasta dish, okay, you can always use these following ingredients. And we're going to use very natural fat that we find in like food products. Okay, so if you find that it's not like the consistency is too thick, you might want to add more liquids or add some water so that later when we cook it, we can evaporate them. Right. Okay, you can see the awesome color that's coming out from a really lime green. Okay, so we're going to blend it one more time. So what we want to achieve is a smooth consistency, and that can be your sauce, and that will be the sauce for the pasta. Okay. Alright, so we're going to set it aside to let it set, and then we're going to start cooking. So now that our sauce is prepared already, we're going to start cooking the zoodles. So first we're going to pour some oil. Okay. So make sure your pan is really just nice and not so too hot, because we don't want to overburn the oil. And we're going to add tomato in. Right, so tomatoes are actually very high in vitamin C. Okay, however, when we cook tomatoes, actually we release something else called the antioxidant that's ready for our body to absorb. And it's actually higher in lycopene. So although it's subjected to heat, vitamin C kind of get lost with heat already. But what we do get from cooked tomatoes is actually the lycopene. Okay, so if you know what else is good in lycopene, it's actually things that are high in the red color pigment in fruits and vegetables. Therefore, it gives you that heart health protective effect. Right? So just make sure that it's slightly heated up so that we release out all that antioxidant. Okay. So when I prepare my dishes, I always like to mix in like fresh vegetables and cooked vegetables. Okay, so that we can get both benefits of like the antioxidants that's being warmed up and easy to absorb by the body. And then after that, we can get most of its vitamin C from its fresh items. So next I'm going to add the zoodles. Okay. So why is it called zoodles again? It's because it's zucchini noodles, and it is actually a very low carb noodle alternative, because vegetables actually have very low calorie and they're actually made up mostly of water content. And that's one way that we can actually get more insoluble fiber in our diet. So when I prepare them, there's many ways to prepare this dish, right? Especially the zoodles. You can use a spiralizer, or you can just slice it individually. Okay, definitely a spiralizer will definitely help you make things a lot faster. So that's maybe one tool that you can have. So I have tried different kinds of low carbohydrate noodles. So zucchini is very popular because of its low water content as well, and doesn't have too much water releasing out. Okay, but you can try with carrots, for example, or like even the yellow squash. Okay. And so these are some alternative examples. So once that kind of heated up and you know that it's kind of soft already, we can start to add our sauce in. Right. Okay, so here our sauce we're going to add in. So the sauce I like to prepare a very big batch, and that's one way to save time while cooking. Some of us here who are really busy individuals, we might not want to spend too much time in the kitchen. So this is one way they can prepare a big batch and then use it for many other different occasions or different kinds of pasta dish. So sometimes I'll make one huge batch and I'll keep it. Yeah. So sometimes when you want to prepare something longer or keep them in the fridge longer, you can actually put it into the freezer, and it will help to retain its nutrients or actually retain the shelf life of its food product. Right. So there you go. So what you want to see while cooking this dish is to let it bubble up, sizzle a little bit. Okay, I urge you to always try a dish before adding other seasonings like salt and pepper. Okay, because then you know how much salt or how much pepper to add onto this dish. Right. So and then I always like to use also various kinds of topping up of garnishes. You can use more herbs in this case, or more spring onions if you like coriander. So I know there's some of us here who are maybe anti-coriander-ish. Okay, so you might want to seek for other herbs like basil, for example, or mint. Okay. Alright, so last off, we're going to add the cheese. Okay, so I'm going to grate some cheese in. So you realize that I haven't added any salt, okay, because cheese, although it's high in calcium, it does have high in sodium as well. So you do not want to overdo them. Right, large chunk just went in. Okay. Right. So the cheese will melt into it as well. Right. So once that bubble up and you have tried your dish, okay, you can start to plate them up. Let me switch this off. I'm almost steaming my face right here with the with the heat, okay, from the induction cooker. So while always cooking a dish of your own, I always recommend to put in different colors of choice. So today we have like almost Christmas, since it's almost reaching Christmas already season. Now we're done with our first dish, zucchini cream pasta. Now we're going to prepare our second dish, which is the dark chocolate protein ball. So all desserts do made up of very high in fat and sugar. So this recipe here, we're going to show you how to prepare one that has good fat and low in calorie. So here are the ingredients. So we've got peanut butter, okay, which did not add any additional salt or sugar, dark chocolate, almond nuts crushed, cocoa powder, vanilla essence, and avocado. The first step is to melt your dark chocolate, like so. So there's many ways to melt it. I prefer to melt it over a heated or boiling water, or you can always put it in the microwave for fast, quick ones. So just to make sure that it's still melted, you add in the peanut butter. Okay. So if you make your own peanut butter, you're wondering why this peanut butter is so much smoother, okay, it's because I bought the ones that says naturally made. So they do not add any other ingredients like lecithin, okay, or emulsifier that makes them very thick. Okay, so the ones that I choose is low in no sugar added, as well as no salt added. That way you have better control what goes into your recipes. Right? And then next you add vanilla essence. Okay, just make sure you stir them well, okay, like so. Okay, and then you can add your avocados in. So we're just going to mash the avocado into pieces. Okay. And that's the main ingredients of this protein ball. So this protein ball itself, okay, you can use it, you can keep it for quite some time, and you can use it as a snack. So later on, you can also see how you can actually make them into even a lower calorie snack. Right. So you mash them up. Okay, so for this, again, avocados, you need is ripe ones. Okay, but if you're like me who likes unripe avocados, then you have like a whole chunk into that protein ball, which can be quite a nice different texture when you're making them. Okay, so once you mash them up, try to make them as even as you can. Okay, so there you go. Like that. So now we can put this into the fridge. So after putting in the fridge for 30 minutes, or you can put it in the freezer for 15 minutes, and you have already got your hardened mixture. Right, so it looks like that. So what you need to do is using a pair of clean hands, okay, because you're going to prepare for yourself and your family members or your loved ones, okay, and start to roll them into a ball. So this is what I mean by you can actually make them into an even smaller bite size or even lower in calorie by making them really small, so that it can become a smaller snack to last a bit longer. So you can put different kinds of choice to topping up, like cocoa powder. Okay, for some of us who like Milo, you can also use Milo. So you notice there's no sugar added, so you can actually use different kinds of powder that you like, Ovaltine and Milo, okay, or Horlick. Okay. Or if you want something sweeter, okay, you can add a little bit of honey, or you can add raisins or any other toppings that you prefer. So here I have almonds because I want a snack that is higher in protein, and almonds are actually second highest in protein among all the different nuts. Okay, the first one you might have guessed is peanut. So there you go, one. Okay, so this recipe itself, okay, you can actually prepare them with your child. So if you have a kid at home and you want them to be, involved in the whole kitchen process, you can have them to start rolling, getting their hands involved into preparing dishes for you. So this is one recipe that you can do that. So you can have them to roll or choose their favorite topping to add on to this recipe. Right. Okay, there you go. Okay, so if I bring it to the office, okay, do remember to, because they're kind of soft, they're not really hard yet. So if you must have it frozen, and then you can actually have them to keep longer. So for example, if you can make this batch, okay, and then put the remaining batch after you're done back into the freezer. Okay, that way you can have a snack for a longer time. You can keep them for a long time. Okay, of course, something that is in the freezer should not be kept more than 6 months. Okay, also reason because we don't add any preservatives or do we not add any, we don't keep them in airtight container. So if you keep them longer in an airtight container, they can also last longer. Right. Okay, for some of us who are watching me right now, you can also start doing it easily by finding all the different recipes, all the different ingredients that you have at home. So if you don't have peanut butter, you don't have to, it's an optional. You can just use avocado and any chocolate that you have at home. Preferably dark chocolate so that you do not increase the amount of sugar or fat in there. Okay. Okay, so now this is our dark chocolate protein balls. Easy to prepare, simple ingredients, and within like minutes you can get your dessert ready. Alright, that's it for today. Thank you very much for tuning in. I hope you learned something from today's healthy cooking demonstration and also learn how to pick healthier ingredients for your next meal. So stay tuned for an upcoming quiz to stand a chance to win attractive prizes. Bye!
Ooh, those dishes looked absolutely amazing. Thank you so much, Miss Fiona Chia, Principal Nutritionist and founder of Health Can Be Fun. Thank you for sharing your insights on nutrition with us. I'm sure our viewers picked up a thing or two on planning healthier meals.
And that's all, folks. I'm sure you agree with me that it has been a really wonderful experience these past 2 days, with all the fun workout sessions and insightful sharings.
And we would like to say a very special thank you to all of the partners who have supported the AIA Health and Wellness Live, powered by AIA Vitality, and an even bigger thank you to one and all who tuned in for this virtual event. You guys have made this possible.
And if you've missed out on any of the sessions from these past 2 days, don't fret. We will be uploading the recordings shortly, and you'll be able to view them again on this website anytime, anywhere for the next month. Our exclusive partner deals at the marketplace will continue to be available as well.
We hope that you've gained some new insights and enjoyed it as much as we have. Once again, my name is Anirin.
And I'm Shanice.
And together with AIA, let's live with vitality and continue to lead healthier, longer, better lives. Bye-bye.